I was at an abusive house. Ended up over at the Peak because I wasn't going home. They gave me 21 days, and they tried to set me up in a place where they were gonna take all my. I was just like, I can't do that.
I was like, listen, there's a 17-year-old in my house. I was like, my friend just got sliced by a machete. Like, he almost died right back there. Like, he almost died. Yeah. It is not safe for any of us to be out here, and certainly not young kids, you know what I mean?
On the floor, my blanket, and that's pretty much it right there. Pots and pans, some pots and pans. We have issues with water because we can't come over here and fill up. We got to go down the street or go to 7-Eleven.
I was like, what is it that you want? I was like, anything you need or want, like, I will do my best to help you. And, she just said a safe place, and it breaks my heart because it's like, that's something I can't provide. Like,
Hi, my name is Tina Hayhurst, and I direct Movement 5280, and we are on 3485 South Broadway, right on Hampton and Broadway in Inglewood. 10 years ago, we met a young Christian man that was a counselor at Third Way Treatment Center and was working with youth that came out of the foster care system, and he just said there is such a need to really reach out to young adults who age out of the foster care system and are in need of support, just really to have family. And so we opened up to be a place of refuge for those on the streets, and especially young adults. What happens a lot of times is youth are on the streets because they become 18, and wherever they are, if they're in a treatment center or a shelter, a lot of times at either 18 or 21, from that point on, they're done. And a lot of them end up on the streets with no family and nowhere to go. We came alongside and we opened a place, and at first we just opened on Friday nights, and we became a place to play pool and video games, and then we'd share a few minutes about hope and really hope in Christ. And within just a few months, we had 50 or 60 youth that came to Movement 5280. And a lot of those youth, 10 years later, are still part of our family. And so we really become a family of support forever, hopefully, because we become family. So how long have you been at Movement 5280?
10 years now, since I was 19. I had just aged out of the system, I guess, is the term for it. So I had been in a treatment center, a residential treatment center that was supposed to help you learn how to do life, but it didn't do much. So I was living on the streets. I had actually just gotten into a domestic violence shelter when I first came to you guys. But before that, I'd been sleeping on the streets under a bridge.
So Urban Peak is this building right back here, and that's going to be the only youth shelter here in the Denver metro area. They can house 20 males and 20 females. There's rules that the kids have to follow, so a lot of them get kicked out or there's not enough beds. So then they will come over here and kind of pitch a tent on either side of the bridge and sleep there at night. There were a couple times that we slept right here underneath this, just right on the sidewalk.
For me, being on the streets as a young person, it was very scary. You always have to be on guard. There's a lot of things that happen. I mean, people are at their lowest, there's a lot of people on drugs. There's a lot of people who will do anything to get money or to get something they can sell for money. So you have to be careful of people stealing from you. You have to be careful of, people who are on drugs possibly causing issues with you. And as a female on the streets, it was even scarier because I was by myself and I had to constantly be on guard to make sure that nobody hurt me. Because people can get physically violent. The housing lists here in Colorado, the wait times have gone from, a couple months to years. So a lot of our youth who have been on lists they have been waiting for years to get a call back. Say you're on this housing list and this housing list, the only way they can get a hold of you is this one phone number that you put down 2 years ago. You've had to switch your number since then, so that can be an obstacle. Another obstacle is not having a job or an income. A lot of people don't want to give them that chance. They see that they don't have, a stable address to put down, and some of them don't have phone numbers to put down. Yeah. I've watched my managers throw those applications away without even giving it a second glance, because they don't see stability. And I know that that's what jobs want, is stability. They want somebody that is going to always be able to be there and be clean and, that kind of thing. So when they see our youth come in and apply, they don't think about the fact that they could be the change. They could give them that ability to be able to better their lives. A lot of the youth either feel defeated and just don't even try because they've tried before and people have, given them the cold shoulder, or they do try and they don't get much out of it. I see people who were like me come in and they don't feel like they have a purpose, and they're literally just living moment by moment because that's all they can do at this point. They're in survival mode. Yeah. I've seen them go from that to becoming these loving and caring people, and people who get excited to come and do worship during our services and get excited to come and tell you that they memorized the Bible verse from last Sunday. And these are the same people who, when they walked in, they probably didn't even make eye contact with any of the volunteers here. Yeah. They probably sat by themselves while they were eating and then probably left right away. They're opening up and they're seeing that there's hope. Yeah. And that they have a purpose here and that things are going to get better. And so even if that takes months or years, it's still an improvement.
People just give you these looks that like you're not a human being, and it sucks. And just going through the motion of getting housing, it's just a real pain, because not only sometimes it feels like they don't want to help you. Yeah. And which is a real struggle, because a lot of people give up. The first time someone tells them no, they just go around in circles.
People who are watching this video are probably going to be people that want to do something. So what would have helped just to have somebody do?
Just being kind. Yeah. Being kind it goes a very long way. And the money is awesome sometimes when people give it to you, but it's the kindness when people show that you're a human being and they actually see you. Yeah. Most of the time when people walk by you, they think you're invisible, and it hurts. Yeah. But just being kind, that's what it did. That's what it does for me, and that's, so it hurts.
It's a very eye-opening experience, but it kind of hardens you as a person, just because you are on guard 24/7, and you're having to be so observant of what's going on. It wasn't a fun time for me, so by the time I came to 5280, I was very on guard and kind of hardened and just had a really bad attitude, I think, a lot, because I had that brick wall up to protect me so that I couldn't get hurt. Yeah. But when I came, it was just such a loving environment, which was not something I was used to. And I think that that's what sets Movement 5280 apart. You don't walk in and just get a meal and then leave. You sit down and you get to know the people who are there, and the staff come and sits down with all of the homeless youth and gets to know who they are and how they got to where they were. It becomes a family, and that's something that I didn't know much of, and I know that a lot of our youth don't have those experiences as well. And so
You're good. Go ahead, go in there. You're good with my image.
That's not too great. Usually sometimes there's 3 people up here, 2 people right here, then there's people there. It gets crazy hectic, packed in here. Oh, they changed it. The lottery bulletin board had a dude with a dog. Where's the family? You know what I mean? Like, they're family is so important to me, and it's just like none of these people even have any. So then,
like you said about the lottery, where's the family at? Well, you can have family, no money, and still be happy, have happiness if you have the family. What I'm trying to say there is, you might as well keep your family over money any day. Don't try to buy a moment of happiness.
So we have 3 programs. We have Survive, which is just really helping people meet their basic needs. And we provide a shower, clothes, food on the streets, a hot meal, a place to be, get identification. And so in that way, we're a family of resource. So our second program is called Thrive. And we really want to work with our young people on job skills and job readiness. And so we do a lot of volunteering around here. So today we had kids setting up, tearing down, people serving in the kitchen, people wiping down tables, all young adults who are on the streets or have been on the streets. We try to do job skills that will help them to be able to find a job and to keep a job. Our last program is called Revive, and we opened a church called Lost and Found, and we invite those on the streets and those we know to come and really find relationship with God. And so we have church, and we also have a recovery program for all addictions, hurts, hang-ups, and we do that on Monday nights and just walk life with people that either have addictions or are struggling with mental illness or just need emotional help. And so that's what we do on Revive.
My name is Anna.
Hi, my name's Skip Starr.
I'm Jamie, and I have been working at Movement 5280 for a couple years now.
Hi, I'm Gloria, and I am a volunteer and work here at 5280.
I started out here as one of the homeless youth that would just come in on Friday nights for a meal. Being on the street was kind of hard because you didn't really have a safe place to go. 5280 was kind of like my safe place. They would feed me, love me, talk to me about Jesus. I've been here from the beginning when they opened and walked my journey with them. I got to the point where I started living on my own, started working, becoming successful, and so now I'm a volunteer here helping the other youth that are now growing up in this new generation, walking life with them.
Find out where they're at, what they're struggling with, and give them some love and some hope, because that's what they need the most.
I used to be homeless at one point, and it was terrible. The weather, having to stay in shelters. Yeah. 5280 has helped me with a lot. Volunteering here has made me a stronger person. It actually helped with how much I value the people around me.
My hope from this video is that you have a better perspective of just what it might be like for a young person that comes out of the system or foster care and are on the streets. You can maybe envision a way that you can be a part of helping our young people that just really need family. And so one of the things that you can do is just go to our website at movement5280.org and look at the ways that you can volunteer. It may be as simple as writing an encouraging note, sending care packages that we can give out to those on the streets, or it may be coming down and sharing on video or live a job skill, just mentoring a young adult. And so we just want to encourage you that if you can give back in some way, there are just some young people that just really need someone to walk life and love on them.
I truly feel like we as a whole species need to really open our mind and hearts, allowing us to get into a position observing and understanding the whole situation as a one, and really figure something out to better our beings' existences. We need to love one another, meaning helping our neighbor. Why do we have abandoned houses when there's people outside in a cardboard box, pushing a shopping cart because they get harassed, getting told to move? The people don't want to see the homeless. Out of mind, out of sight, right? People need to change because clearly your system doesn't work, and this isn't supposed to be our species' purpose. We are supposed to expand our species' capabilities individually and grouply. I'm always worried about my next move. Every move is so incredibly loud and for real important. So I guess my goal is to get a church one day, but I can't buy it. And I want a garden of all the cremated ashes mixed with the soil. Dear God, please help us get our your true blessings in this world, for we have had many lessons learning the hard way.